gonna get it. I'm gonna get you. Oh. Ah, nuts. I missed it. Okay, hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action and fish. The darn fish. Ooh, still there. My goodness. We'll make it go away. The lovely addition of Scapeshift, and it's not. There we go. Phew. Oh, that was actually one of the most enjoyable thumbnails I've made in quite some time. There was some good inspiration with fishes and trying to catch them, catching your attention, catching opponents off guard with the absolutely explosive potential of grabbing specific lands, assembling a certain combination. Usually, as always, as it is tonight, this is Stampede Dinos in Explorer. Oh, the thumbnail. A lot of fun. I like starting it off right, being a little bit interactive, showing my creative side, and yeah, we're going to be creating a whole lot of pain for an opponent. Okay. Scapeshift. To start things off, sacrifice any number of lands, search your library for up to that many land cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped. Good stuff. The tap part, it's kind of rough, but I'm used to tap lands. Of course, grabbing any is very, very good. Sunken Citadel, lovely. I could see a scenario where maybe I have 3 forests and a Cavern of Souls. That doesn't seem so good, but a hand with 3 forests, Cavern of Souls, and a Scapeshift is. By the time it rolls around to turn 4, boom, I sacrifice 3 of those lands. Probably the Cavern, potentially, and 2 forests, and I search for 2 Sunkens and a Castle Garenbrig, putting them onto the battlefield. All of a sudden I'm able to make 7, where I was only able to make 4. Because Sunken Citadel, tapping for 2 mana, for lands with activated abilities, you pair both, you get 4 total mana for lands with activated abilities. Castle Garenbrig, we have that 1 forest left over that I didn't sacrifice, and we'll see. But also, it's kind of like it is Sylvan Scrying, which seems pretty crazy, but Sylvan Scrying for 1 and a green, we search our library for a land, and we put it into our hand. We want to see specific combinations. Both of those help me to do that. So that's why I removed Sylvan Scrying for now. I might bring it back in just to see lands a little bit more consistently, possibly trim Hulking Raptor. But that could be very nice, getting the 2 green with Scapeshift. We'll see. It's going to be a little bit of tweaking. But however, Sylvan Scrying can only get me lands. Scapeshift can only get me lands. However, if I see it late game, at the very least, I can thin my deck. 1 card removes 3, 4 lands. Sometimes I do get flooded, so that could be a nice thing. Late game Sylvan Scrying doesn't feel good at all. Late game Scapeshift, at the very least, is going to increase the chance of me seeing the other big stuff, which I have plenty of big stuff, but sometimes I just want to see it or increase the chances of seeing stuff even more. Oh. Man, it's going to be lovely stuff. The sideboard, I'm so stunned. I'm trying to remember all the little points that I had thought of before I started tonight. We'll go over them as we go through the matches, I would imagine. But yeah, jumping right into the sideboard, Divine Smite, just because I am still splashing for white. 1 and a white, instant speed. Target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls phases out. That means permanents that phase out and anything attached to them are treated as if they don't exist until the start of their controller's next turn. So at the end of their turn, we would phase out a creature that isn't black, red, blue, green. You get the idea. Somebody big. And at the very least, we don't have to deal with that creature. Or if we're worried about it maybe attacking us, something like that. It could be just enough to save us in some scenarios. However, if the permanent is black, it's exiled. Liliana, Shieldred, but also this is instant speed exile for Amalia. I wanted something to deal with it, and this makes Amalia go away permanently. Grease Fang, boom, we got exile for that. So I think it could help in quite a few scenarios. A lot of the painful matchups, Amalia, Mono Black, all of that. Quite nice indeed. The Slickshot show off, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but we could phase out the Slickshot. We wouldn't take a whole lot of damage, but for the most part, going towards that deck, or any deck that plays multiple things a turn, well, now you can only play one. If they cast the Slickshot show off, they're not doing anything else. They're not powering it up. They will only be attacking with the tiny little bird, which is perfectly fine by me. So that's the main idea if we face off against that very aggressive and scary deck. Oh, I'm not too scared with this. I have tried it before, and I just felt the itch to bring it back in. I think it could be good. I don't think I tried it quite enough, but if I'm in white, High Noon is definitely something to consider. We have the hard counter against Lotus Field, which is, you know, pretty good. I don't have to have Damping Sphere. Quite nice indeed, but also a pretty hard counter against Izzet Phoenix or Grixis Phoenix, which got the best of me last night. Ooh, that was not good. Not good at all. However, I say we just jump right into it. Yeah, Sylvan Scrying out, Scapeshift in. 4 copies. After I faced that Scapeshift deck last night, I was kind of inspired, and with some of your guys' suggestions. I know some of you want me to try one, but I'm going to try all of them. I got time. We'll trim it down if it makes sense to do so, and it definitely might make sense to do so. But it seems like it could achieve things maybe better than Sylvan Scrying. We'll find out. I'm not afraid. Beat him up. I could see myself trimming Hulking Raptor though. Replace that with Scapeshift and bring back in Sylvan Scrying. Hard to say. Kinda like that hand. This hand, of course, starting off, Scapeshift would have been Sylvan Scrying. This would have been absolutely amazing. Commune on turn 1 off of the forest to grab the second land. Sylvan Scrying for 2 to grab the third. And then we're in range of Archdruid's Charm. And, well, sometimes you mulligan and you get everything you need. Alright. There you go. We don't need Scapeshift, but oh boy. Maybe I jinxed myself talking about the Slickshot show off aggressive stuff. At the very least, I'm going to make 7 on turn 4. Hopefully I see a Vaultborn Tyrant, get myself a little bit of card draw, potentially. A little bit worried. I'm going up in smoke. Ooh. There's the lovely Scapeshift. I mean, I could cast it next turn if I don't have anything to do. I might as well thin the deck. I can't play Ghalta. Next turn I can make 7. So I might as well sacrifice 4 lands and increase the chance of drawing some other creature next turn. That's the idea. But, oh, don't plot the Slickshot. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Well, sometimes the opponent is dead. You don't need Scapeshift. Alright. I don't think they're coming back from this one. They haven't plotted the Slickshot. They won't be casting it for free. But you never know. You never know. They certainly could still get us. Well, I don't think that's going to be happening. We're definitely going to block that dastardly Soulscar Mage. Hopefully. I think they could have gotten rid of it, although damage is made into -1/-1 counters if they have targeted damage. So, nope, yeah, I'll make fine. Trade with. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's not good. Not great. Hopefully they're still dead. Big. Oh, my goodness. Super super duper flood. I didn't need Scapeshift, but I also would not have needed Sylvan Scrying in this case. But at least we get, some good aggression. Lots of bodies left behind. Hopefully the opponent is still dead. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Definitely ruthless aggression. I still have Palani's and the egg to block, so I feel decently safe. Chances are I didn't need to send Ghalta their way, but let's lock it up. Or the token. Okay, there you go. There you go. Well, I know what I'm doing. High noon, as I mentioned, coming in. Would I like Karn Silex? Probably. Maybe not. It's going to be a little bit too slow, I think. High noon will probably buy us more time. Karn Silex on turn 3, popping it on turn 4. We could simply be dead by that point. That's going to be rough, and certainly the opponent is going to play around the Karn Silex. There's not a whole lot you can play around with High Noon. They could take it out with Beseju, who endures, which would be nice to search. Almost knocked my coffee over. Nice to search for another land. Yeah, we'll trim Scapeshift, I think. Yeah. Last night it was Hulking Raptor. If I brought in a sideboard card, take Hulking out because it's a kind of additional thing, but I think we'll do Scapeshift. I want to maintain lots of creatures. Hulking Raptor helping to get ahead. If I'm going to pay 4 for something, Hulking Raptor could be nice if I have all the mana I need. I don't need to cast Scapeshift. I like this. I like this. That's an okay hand. I would prefer to see High Noon. If this was 3 sources of green, definitely, I would give it a go with Archdruid's Charm, but Cavern again cannot go towards it. That got worse. Okay. It can't always be perfect. You can't have as lovely of a hand as before. Kind of interesting seeing Cavern of Souls so much because there is still only 2 copies. Definitely send Regisaur to the bottom. Regisaur and a Carnage Tyrant for sure. Chances are I can play Carnage Tyrant on turn 4 if everything works out. We should be able to dig and find Castle Garenbrig, making 6 mana. Turn 4, possibly Carnage. Okay, there's the Slickshot. Well, I guess we're not going to find it, but might as well use Commune at this point. Lovely to see another Sunken, but again, it does have to be Castle Garenbrig. We could be mostly dead-ish. Maybe I should turn on the fish again and see what it looks like. Nah, that's a little bit too distracting. Get him. Eventually. The Slickshot for free, and then 3 spells that all cost 1. They could basically be killing us. Really. But I don't think that's the case. If they had 3 spells that each cost 1, they would have played the Slickshot a whole lot sooner. Okay, well, still pretty bad. Oof. We're not dead quite yet. You never know. Yeah. Play Hulking Raptor next turn. If we draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, that could be quite a bit better. We want to be making 8 on turn 5. Hulking Raptor would get us there. Oh boy. Where's the Hornet Queen when you need it? Yeah, Slickshot got big. Oh boy, oh boy. There's the High Noon. Lovely stuff, of course. We would basically be dead next turn, I would think. Well, we'll play Cavern of Souls and... Yeah, no, we're not winning that one. A Vaultborn Tyrant would have been good too. Maybe saving ourselves with some life gain. Something like that. I don't know. High noon, that's where it's at. That's what we're going to be aiming for. I'm just glad to have something pretty decent against this particular deck. It could be better. Could be better. That's basically the same. Okay. Well, we'll keep that. We'll send... You know what? I have a good feeling about this. Keep one of the Ghaltas. I was thinking of keeping Carnage Tyrant there, but... Yeah. Maybe it'll work out. Okay, not quite. Watch me draw a Scapeshift next turn, where, again, the Sylvan Scrying would have been better. I'm just so interested to find out how Scapeshift could fit. Maybe it is going to be that one copy. We're not dead yet. We're probably dead, but we're not dead. We're only at 14. You never know. You can't mulligan forever. I was hoping maybe Commune with Dinosaurs, dig for the third land, play Archdruids. Nuts. Okay. I like the looks of that. So, well, we'll pay 2. We'll go with High Noon and... Yeah, no, that doesn't really matter. That's not going to be saving us. Soul Scrimage gets powered up. Monastery Swiss Spear as well. Yeah, it's a rough matchup. It's not like it's favored in my mind at all, but well, we could have some sort of sweeper, possibly. Something that doesn't target creatures, because they do have the potential of blossoming defense. That's never fun. I do like Blast Zone quite a bit. They do have some creatures at 1 and 2, so some of the stuff would be dodged. Slickshot Show Off definitely has to go if you see it. But again, if you target it, chances are they're going to save it with that blossoming. So you have to get around it somehow. Okay. Is it going to be a lot of Gruul Slickshot? That did perform, I think, in the recent challenge. I saw a post on the Pioneer subreddit, and I don't know, maybe people are picking it up, practicing it on Arena, perhaps. Hopefully I get revenge against Mono Black Waste Not. I did last night, but bringing the pain to them never gets old. Ugh. Okay. You'd think I would have 4 Cavern of Souls with the amount of times that we've seen them so far. Okay, well, might have been keepable again with that Sylvan Scrying. That's also not great. Okay, there we go. That is going to be the keeper, big time. 2 Sunken Citadels, I'll take it. Mono Blue Mill, okay. Oh boy, that's not great. I don't like this deck. Oh, 2 Ruined Crabs with Field of... Well, we're probably dead. We are... and they mailed a Castle Garenbrig. Oh boy. Yikes. Well, we're not dead yet, but... Ouch. This is, I don't know. I imagine we're done for with the Fraying Sanity. Yep. Keep milling. Keep milling. Do what you gotta do. You're about to see if Scapeshift has to go. I think it might. On that turn, I would have searched for Castle Garenbrig. Would have played it. I would be able to make 7 this following turn. I might be about to make nothing. My Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of mill, and that will do it. We're not coming back. It's just how it is. Yeah. Well, we're going with Leyline of Sanctity 100%. I'll trim Scapeshift, and yeah, we're going to stop the opponent from making us mill. Fraying Sanity does nothing. They can't enchant us because they can't target us. Jace the Perfected Mind, they can't make us mill a bunch. It stops a decent bit of mill that the opponent has. Worth a shot. Again, like I say, not afraid to try 4. It is a small sample size. I'll still continue to do it, but at least you are seeing reasons and scenarios where one thing would have been better than the other. At least, yeah, I got something. I'm gonna stump the opponent. Pretty much perfect hand right there. Watch out. None of your garbage. They got the lovely Ruin Crab once again. Next turn, Archdruids with the Forest. We search for Castle Garenbrig. We should be in a very good position. I hope. Hopefully they don't mail all the Castle Garenbrigs. I think that's pretty much impossible, but hey, at the very least we're getting stuff. We're doing stuff. Hopefully it's not Field of Ruin. Cross your fingers, cross your claws. It's Field of Ruin. You gotta be kidding me. Really? Well, maybe we top deck another Castle Garenbrig. We've lost 1. Yeah, well, I can play Hulking Raptor. That's not... Oh, they milled another... Okay. There's one more Castle Garenbrig coming up. One more. Gotta be Hulking Raptor. Get all that mana as much as possible and play something big. Tyrranax Rex next turn. I hope. Maybe that's gonna save us. Okay, not too bad. Maybe they have a counter spell removal. I don't know, but this might be our best chance at getting them. Okay, good. We're at 24. I like our chances here. Yeah, the fatal push, not a problem. I hope. Hopefully they don't make me sacrifice to Tyrranax Rex. Good. Good, you're about to die. Yeah, I say we just go with Palani's Hatcher. Keep up that aggression. The Ruin Crab does have to block. And there we go. Might as well concede at this point. We'll kill them if they somehow have a sweeper. Oh, okay, good. That's what you get.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Hopefully I just do it again, because well, it's not the most fun deck in the world to play against. I don't know. It's probably the least fun. You literally see your entire deck disappear, and that's definitely not a hand I want to keep. I would hope to mulligan. See that Leyline of Sanctity? Yep, we're keeping that. Big time 1 Leyline to the bottom, because we don't need 2. Yeah, hello, bud. But we should make it work. Commune, a Forest, Archdruids, a Castle Garenbrig as well. Lovely stuff. No land, unfortunately. We'll grab that Regisaur Alpha. Continue to set up. We've dug 5 deep. It's a very good chance we... Oh, okay. Feed the Swarm. A little bit rough there. Hopefully Thoughtseize doesn't take out Archdruids. Oh, and Field of Ruin too. Okay. Maybe I should have put out both Leyline of Sanctities. I guess that, yeah, probably should have happened. Okay, we'll wait and see what they do. If they pop Field of Ruin, I am worried about counter spells. I'm pretty sure they're going to play something. I wouldn't want to grab a Sunken for them to destroy it with the field. Keith, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Yes, I certainly love this deck. I continue to play it, but happy to hear from you, and hopefully we decimate this dastardly Dimir. Well, they don't have a counterspell, so good. They used up their source of blue. Phew, I'm glad I realized that. Okay, we should be alright for a turn, at least. Okay, oh, the Vaultborn Tyrant to boot. That is basically pretty much the perfect thing I was hoping for. You missed your window, bud. Power's been out all weekend. Ugh. Rough stuff. Okay, hopefully we get a land. At the very least, they have to deal with Vaultborn. Spend a bit of mana. Maybe don't have enough mana for a Field of Ruin. We might be ruining their chances with all the value that we're about to get. Yeah, power it's never fun. Fortunately, I have lovely fiber internet. The connection is good because I used to have kind of wireless. It was rough. Whenever the trees blew, my connection was not great. I certainly couldn't stream, but a couple years ago we moved to a place where it was good, and then yeah, it got good, and I was able to do this better. Hopefully we get a land. Oh my goodness. They might have a counter spell. Hopefully they don't. We're about to find out. I bet they do.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
That's what you get. I'm going to spam every single emote I can. Yeah. Stick it to him.
Ruthless aggression.
Phew. I mean, it is always a little bit embarrassing, I guess you could say, whenever you lose to Mill. But, yeah. Revenge. Revenge is sweet. So sweet. Okay. Got the job done. Good. Speaking of power, though, we actually had tornado warning last week, which is pretty rare for Ontario here, northern Ontario. Quite a bit more common, of course, in the States, but happens once in a while here. For the most part, the weather is pretty stable. There is a lot of trees, though, where I live, so that can come down in ice storms and rain and wind. Ugh. Don't exactly like the looks of that. Maybe it is more Gruul Slickshot with the Ghalta, the Wellspring. That was also the companion with the previous match we played against that deck. It's basically the same hand, but worse. No lands. Yeah, that's still not great. Well, we got, man, it's full of wacky hands tonight. My, oh my. Okay, hopefully it's mono black waste, not. Interesting. Gruul Slickshot twice. People really have, well, either been reading that post on the Pioneer subreddit or, sometimes Arena just wants me to lose, but that right there, you see how it can be so perfect and sometimes so imperfect. You know, there's no funny business, evening out everything. yeah, if there was behind the scenes stuff, I think you would probably see less wacky hands like that. You see things so wildly both ways, good and terrible. You know, that's kind of a reflection of how in paper would be. It's actually more random than paper, I believe. But sometimes you just get a sunken. Perfect. We're well on our way to probably still dying to the opponent, I would imagine. Especially if they play that Slickshot. We could just be dead this turn. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. They got 6. Could play a lot of stuff. Yeah, you never know. Dead next turn, especially if we don't play any creature. Carnage Tyrant perhaps would be able to save us. Okay. Well, maybe I should main deck High Noon. Yeah. Well, we'll trim Scapeshift again. Of course, if I have 4 mana, I would rather play Hulking Raptor, be a creature, perhaps threaten to block, and I feel like Hulking Raptor could be a little bit better. But I'm definitely feeling the pain of missing Sylvan Scrying there. Ooh, I don't know about this. Maybe trim Hulking, have that be Sylvan Scrying, but that's a whole lot of ramp. There is still plenty of big creatures, so maybe it would be okay if Hulking Raptor became Scapeshift, but there's a perfect hand right there, so we're all good. Yeah. Pretty much perfect. Yeah. We got 6 eventually, technically 8 with the Hulking Raptor. Maybe we draw another Sunken, we get an Archdruid's Charm, and I couldn't really ask for anything other than High Noon. Really. High Noon would have been basically perfect right then and there. Really, slowing down this opponent, any opponent, if you can only cast 1 spell a turn, that's good, because often I'm only casting 1 spell a turn. So if you go as slow as I go, chances are you lose, because when I do my one thing, that one thing is Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, and it is, devastating, ruthless. Okay, still looking pretty good, yeah. Swift Spear, alright. If we can get the Vaultborn Tyrant, that's going to be quite nice indeed. Now, would Hulking Raptor survive some sort of potential removal? Maybe. If I get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, I will play the Hulking, because I do want to... Oh boy. Carnage... Well, we can't block Monastery Swift Spear anyways. I say we just go with Hulking Raptor. Archdruid's Charm could potentially have, or could exile, get rid of Demonic Ruckus, taking away the menace from the Swift Spear, but well, they could certainly have removal. A rough go, either way. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn would win us the game if they can't kill us right now, which I think that might be the case. We could also use Archdruid's Charm to simply take out the Swift Spear, which I might do, but for the most part it's probably going to be the Vaultborn Tyrant. Maybe they can give the Swift Spear double strike. It's a very real possibility. Cast a couple spells for 1 and then double strike for 2, I believe. 1 in a green or 1... Oh, nothing. Interesting. What do you got up your sleeve? Okay. Taking it out. Play with fire. Pretty good stuff. It's not dead yet. At least. Make a bunch of mana. Ooh. Definitely. definitely bad for the opponent. I say we got to go Vaultborn. Big time. I'm just going to do it. Another Vaultborn. I like that. However, chances are they won't target Hulking Raptor again with the ward too. That's resources they can't spend. Maybe removal for 1 +2. The removal costing a total of... I see. Yeah. And we'll block it. Gotta block somebody. Vaultborn Tyrant likely is going to die with play with fire. Expend a bunch of resources. Send it towards that. It is exiled, so we don't get the death trigger. Unfortunately, I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't. Ghalta, you can do it. Okay, well, Castle Garenbrig, interesting. Okay. Lots of options, really. Archdruids, I mean, I would love to simply search for Ghalta. Play Carnage Tyrant. Let me think. Do I like Vaultborn? Maybe. You know what? Let's do it. Let's search for Ghalta. And then we'll play Carnage Tyrant. And we'll hope for the best. We'll just hope. I don't have the mana quite yet. I'm just hoping that Carnage Tyrant can block somebody to save myself, and then Hulking Raptor sticks around, perhaps. Maybe. We'll find out. Oh my goodness, they... There you go. Phew. Phew. They stumbled and I did my thing. I know they had nothing. When does that ever happen? Not that often. Phew. Oh. It's very odd. Strange. Maybe I forced them to send just enough stuff towards my guys, expending resources, tapping to pay the ward to, slowed them down enough. Yes, amazing. That's what happens if you stumble at all. Boom, I'll get you. One turn. We had to kill him in that turn, but I don't know. It brings me back to the point of maybe I can just tweak some things, have a slight bit of interaction. Maybe I don't need Karn Silex whatsoever. I just continue to focus on this game plan, slow the opponent down enough without a sweeper, slow him down with a creature itself, and then just maintain the devastating plan that I do. Karn Silex becoming a creature with maybe 4 power to synergize with Vaultborn Tyrant or something like that. I think just do the green thing. Don't do too many things that weaken the overall game plan, because of course that's a pretty good game plan. You don't want to make it less impactful. Certainly Hulking Raptor there, I mean, that was the absolute all-star. We would have lost without it. Quite interesting indeed. Okay, well, just have to do it again. Phew. I don't think we're going to do it again. We won't get quite as fortunate. I actually thought that was game 3 and we won the whole thing, but that was not the case. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take at least one win against, at the moment, a pretty painful matchup, but I'll make it better if it continues to be common as I've faced it twice tonight. I'll figure out whatever is the best way to combat that deck for me. And that is a hand I'm definitely going to be keeping. High Noon, even though we don't have a source of white. Commune with Dinosaurs should be probably able to grab it, I hope. Source of white. Not quite a source of white. That would have been right. 100%. Now we did send 2 lands to the bottom, but we didn't send a Temple Garden. I would have grabbed a Temple Garden to prepare for the High Noon coming up here. The Slickshot show-off would have been quite a bit less impactful. Need more sources of white? That is a very real possibility. Wanting to have a source of white on turn 2 and only having Temple Garden and potentially the Sunken Citadel, which could enter and we would choose white, and now we die. Double strike. Almost thought it was double strike. Okay. Wouldn't have really mattered what we would have done. I lost against a thing that I'm not super confident against. I know what they're going to do. I'll try to do my thing the best I possibly can, and sometimes we get fortunate. Sometimes we don't. But it is pretty rough. I'm just surprised I haven't seen it more. That's for sure. I think it does so much fantastic stuff. I think so, absolutely. Kind of like mulliganing for the Leyline of Sanctity. Quite similar in that scenario. If we need High Noon to provide the best chance against that deck, think of it like the Leyline. You need to see it as early as possible. Leyline of Sanctity, you have to see it in your opening hand. And that opening hand is not great. Again, with the Cavern of Souls, what is going on? It seems like it's almost in every variation of hand. Okay, that's a lot better. Every variation of hands, but again, Scapeshift would have been Sylvan Scrying. This would have been absolutely amazing. Sunken, source a green, forest a green, Sylvan Scrying to cast that on turn 2 to grab a castle. Played on turn 3, we have 3 green for Archdruids, which we cast and we grab and put out the second Sunken, representing 7 mana, eventually on turn 4. You get the idea. But I do feel pretty positive. I think we will jump past the 6 mana needed for Carnage Tyrant and possibly get to 7, which I would want to cast Tyrranax Rex anyways. But if we see a Ghalta, I might want to play Hulking Raptor, just supercharge things, get to 8. That would be great. At the very least, whether I continue to use Scapeshift or not after tonight. I do like that I'm highlighting how it could be good, could be not so good. Oh, are you serious? Another mill. What's going on? Really? What? This is not a... Oh, they milled three Castle Garenbrigs. Are you kidding me? Huh. Okay. Well, yes. That's all right. We might not die. You never know. Grab my last Castle Garenbrig though. You can't mill a land, or you can't mill a card if it's already on the battlefield. That's the big brain play for tonight. But Field of Ruin can also take it out, and they can play Fraying Sanity, and we might lose our sanity. Leyline of Dinos, 100% JDX. That is, yeah. Do we have even any more Ghalta Stampede? 1, 2, 3. We have one more Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, so well, that's good. Pretty nice. We'll grab it, and yeah, we'll see if they. I don't know. Maybe they don't take out Castle Garenbrig. But Leyline of Dinos. For anybody that doesn't know, Jund Dinos with Leyline of the Veil. More on the fun side of things, the sort of joke side of things. I certainly had a good time with it, and well, hopefully we killed the opponent. Maybe we do. Right, search for another sunken. We might not have another sunken in. Oh, we do. Good. I like this. Oh boy. Well, we don't have anything with haste, and they're going to be milling us out next turn completely. But hey, we'll play some stuff and still die. Yeah. Stopping by. Well, yes. Oh, he needs sleep. Yeah, well, everything is calm. You got to take advantage of that. Yeah, okay. Man, that's rough. They're putting me to sleep. My goodness. We'll do Leyline of Sanctity once again and hope for the best. I'll try to have fun, JDX. I'll try. Well, I'm always having fun, even when it's painful and very unfortunate. 2 mill decks and 2 slick shots in one night. I thought last night was pretty wacky overall, but I think tonight is taking the cake big time. There's no Leyline to start, but that looks like an absolutely lovely hand. A Sunken Castle Garenbrig. We got our 3 sources of green. We have 7 mana eventually. That's what I want to be doing. We'll go with Commune. Play another Sunken. There you go. Phew. That's definitely good. We would have lost that Sunken. Excuse me. Lost that Sunken. I imagine the opponent probably would have milled a little bit off the top. Yeah, we'll pay that 2 life. I want Archdruid's Charm to search for Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, because then we're going to kill the opponent. Eventually, we will be able to make 8. That is great. That's alright. They're tapped out. Again, they probably don't have too many counter spells, but they certainly could have counter spells. So it's nice when they tap out, and you know you don't have to worry about losing that. Okay. As long as they don't mill us 39, we're all right. We'll kill them. Nice. 15 fraying sanity for a total of 30. We're still left with a bit. Good game. For you, bud. You lose. Loser. Surprise, you die.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Whew. I don't know. The Conan clip, I have to find some other clips that are also based around revenge. It would be nice to sprinkle them in, but for the moment, the Conan clip, that felt necessary. Big time. Just have to do it again. Okay. I'm going to mulligan at least once. We only have 1 source of green, so it's extra painful to potentially cast that Archdruid's Charm. I don't know. I mean, I did get Leyline of Sanctity, but no lands is a no-no. Oh no. That's going to be it. A very fantastic hand with basically kind of all the mana I need. Yeah. Again, Palani's Hatcher, pretty much similar, basically the same especially against this opponent. But Palani's is 3 bodies in 1. Regisaur Alpha is 2 bodies in 1. So over time, Palani's Hatcher could be better. As long as we make 7, Vaultborn Tyrant might do the trick. Huh. Sometimes they mill and they give us a Sunken Citadel off the top. Well, now you better watch out. I hope. Oh, not the fraying sanity. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, we'll go with Temple Garden. We'll see what Commune grabs. Hopefully it is a Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Not a Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, so it's going to be a Carnage Tyrant. How many Ghalta Stampede Tyrants have they milled so far? One? Just one. That could be coming up, but we also could be dead with the fraying sanity. Jace, we're dead. Rune Crab has milled a bit. Jace is going to mill 15. Combine that, and you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding. Oh well. Hopefully it's not a third time tonight. You can only mulligan so much. But man, that Leyline of Sanctity would have done the trick. Stopping Jace, stopping fraying sanity, and yeah, we would have won if we had that Leyline down 100%. No question about it. Can't see everything. That's just how it goes. All right, what's it gonna be? Drum roll. Mill or Gruul Slickshot Aggro. It would be kind of cool, interesting if it was only 2 decks in a night. What was the first deck? No, that wasn't. I think it was Mill. Golgari. I don't know. I've lost track at this point. I like the looks of that. 4 lands, Hulking and Scapeshift. And finally, you might be seeing the potential of Scapeshift, sacrificing probably the 2 forests to get 2 Sunken Citadels. Although Archdruid's Charm is going to grab a Sunken, so we're basically well on our way. And we don't even need Scapeshift whatsoever. That could... okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that is extra good. Might as well go with Archdruids, grab that Sunken. Put it out, it enters tabbed. We don't need Castle Garenbrig. We already have Castle Garenbrig, so they could possibly have a counter spell. I don't imagine that's going to happen because it is some sort of Yorion variation. Tamer, Elementals, something like that. Do I want to go with Scapeshift? I kind of do. You know what, let's do that. Auto pay. Yeah, 3 lands. We'll get some Sunkens, you know, all that good stuff. Throw in another Castle Garenbrig if they have some land destruction. Yeah, I like that. Green. White. Okay. Phew. We thinned the deck 3 cards, so yeah. Basically just increase the chance of us seeing something that isn't a land next turn. We increased it a decent amount. Certainly thinning the deck, grabbing 1 land doesn't do a whole lot, but when you do 3, possibly 4, you get into the realm of being at least somewhat helpful. Pretty sick. Hey, it's not terrible. Again, might go down to 1 copy, 2 copies, but top decking at late game. There you go. There we go. Top decking at late game, though, to at least thin the deck would be pretty good. Yeah, then they're pretty dead. Phew. All right. But the thing is, how often do I need Scapeshift? How often do I need to sacrifice lands to assemble a certain mixture? Certainly it seems to be quite consistent without the potential of this. It's not like I'm going to have no Sunken Citadel or no Castle Garenbrig by the time I cast this. Definitely I would probably keep a hand with at least a castle or a Sunken. Commune with Dinosaurs is going to dig and help draw into the first castle or a second Sunken. If I have a hand with a Sunken and a castle, Archdruids would grab and put out whatever I need. Sylvan Scrying would cast on turn 2 to grab whatever I need, which I probably already have parts of. So yeah, Scapeshift, how necessary is it? Well, do we need to change anything? That is the question. Probably not a whole lot. It's just a bunch of enchantments, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The value is absolutely insane. I gotta try it out some more and think about the potential cases where I would use it, the scenarios. Certainly I am still surprised, even after all these years of playing dinos. I see, ooh, I get this nugget of information, and well, it levels things up, helps me out. However, I don't need any help deciding that hand. 6 mana with those 4. We got Hulking. Who knows what's going to happen, but we might as well go with Commune to grab a Ghalta. Let's prepare and maybe kill the opponent, and we'll cast the other one to search for another Sunken. And the opponent's chances may have Sunken once again. We'll play Sunken next turn. 7 mana on turn 4, 8 on turn 5. And at the moment we have enough to possibly kill the opponent. They haven't done a whole lot, which is certainly fine by me. We'll play Hulking Raptor, maybe. Maybe draw out a Leyline Binding on the Hulking Raptor, and that's going to be 1 less on Ghalta, but they know what's going to happen. And, well, they see Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. The only card that they see, so we have to keep that in mind. They could be saving the Leyline Binding for that. Krenko's Buzz Crusher is going to be crushing. However, taking out Sunken Citadel, I'm fine with that, because I still have Castle Garenbrig. Castle Garenbrig is the more important thing. So now we just play Hulking Raptor next turn, and, well, I mean, I could also take out Krenko's. No, we're going with Hulking Raptor. If they don't have removal, they're definitely dead. But Krenko's Buzz Crusher, being an artifact creature, is quite interesting, I must admit. Archdruid's Charm could simply exile it, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But two Lotus Cobras, 2 Fabled Passages. I could see a sweeper in the mix. They certainly have enough mana. They will have enough extra mana to pay the Ward 2 cost of Hulking Raptor, and oh boy. Okay, Yorion. Not too bad. Bouncing Krenko's Buzz Crusher to destroy Castle Garenbrig, sadly. Oh, Lotus Cobra is fantastic. It was quite expensive during its heyday in Zendikar, I believe. The original Zendikar. Super, super expensive. At least I do have replacements with that forest. Maybe we top deck Castle Garenbrig? Well, you never know. Good. Good. I like the looks of this. Yeah, I say we just go with good old Tyrranax Rex. I got a good feeling about this. That's okay by me. We'll see. Oh, they have a sweeper, I think. I feel a sweeper's coming up. It's got to be coming up. They wouldn't attack with everything if that wasn't the case. Okay, extinction event, not too bad. So it certainly seems like it would have been better to wait, but you never know what the opponent is going to do. The Broker's Hideout, not super problematic. Castle Garenbrig coming out. Oh, that's not Castle Garenbrig. That's okay. We're certainly playing Temple Garden, though. Alright, well, we'll save the Archdruids to search for the castle and maybe kill him. Will they have a counter spell? I don't think that's going to be the case. Oh, look, they played Ashiok. We can't search, but we can search if Ashiok's not out. We respond to it and maybe they just die. I bet they do.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Oh, shucks, you milled. Oh boy. Oh, and the Carnage Tyrant to boot. Now they could have settled the wreckage. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, but I'm pretty sure that is going to be it. I would imagine. Pretty good. Pretty good. Keep cracking those eggs, and I'm going to send the other 3 eggs that haven't been cracked straight towards the opponent, and we'll hope it's not a settle. They could crack both Fable. Okay, that's not good. Good. Phew. There you go. Lovely. Lovely stuff. But it's, again, Archdruid's Charm. I don't think I can never cut Archdruid's Charm. Yeah. Ooh. If it was something sorcery speed, Ashiok would be quite a bit more painful. And Ashiok, Dream Render? Dream Render. Let's bring that up. It's not just used in this deck. Usually you might find it with Izzet Phoenix or Grixis Phoenix Mill. That sometimes the Phoenix opponent will mill themselves to get more stuff in the graveyard. Either they get Arclight Phoenix or they fill up their graveyard for Treasure Cruise. Is a classic thing. I do love that the 3 little eggs attack first just because they deal 0 damage. Just how the game works. It's like the eggs send a message. They soften up the opponent, but it is also quite hilarious. If you can power up all your creatures, Domri, Anarch of Bolas, putting counters on it, the eggs themselves actually deal damage. It's like they roll extra hard into the opponent. I always love that. But yeah, we sent a message to the opponent, and well, I think we'll leave it there for tonight. Started a little bit later, but we got some very good information on Scapeshift. Use all 4 copies. I think that's pretty overkill, but it is just so lovely. It has fantastic potential to really power things out, but it also has fantastic potential to hurt, especially early on. If Scapeshift isn't, or if it is Sylvan Scrying, what Sylvan Scrying would have been. You get the idea. You know what I'm saying. Alright. I'll see everybody next time, whenever it is. Have a good rest of your night, evening, morning, afternoon, whenever it is. And yes, great games. Once again. Okay, the countdown is happening soon. So get your messages in. Oh, and peace. Have a good one. Can't forget that.